So I want to introduce you to Sara Pierce. Sara's been hosting me in your grandmother's home, I think.
Yep.
For, oh my gosh, it's probably about a week now, hasn't it?
It has something like that.
Yeah, up in Michigan. So much to do here. And I wanted to do this interview with Sara because I found out Sara is a writer. And I thought that that would make a really interesting talk. So Sara,
Yes.
we did have a chance to go to the lavender farm with your friend the other day. I did post that video. So I wanted to talk to Sara about her writing career. So why don't you tell us, Sara, about your background?
Sure. I've always wanted to be a writer of some sort. I discovered how much I enjoyed writing in elementary school. All of my essays were always longer than everyone else's, and I knew I had something. Then, of course, that love continued with my language arts classes in middle school and high school. Then I majored in English with a background in photography in undergrad. Then eventually went on to get my master's and MFA in creative writing with the concentrations in nature writing, travel writing, and publishing.
Oh, do you have a blog?
No, nope. Just kind of write for fun right now.
Okay. Have you written anything else?
Yeah. So actually, my thesis for graduate school that turned out to be about a third of a novel. And after school, I worked on it for the past few years after graduation, and I recently I completed that, and now I have a full-length young adult novel.
Oh, I would love to know about your novel. Why don't you share with us however you feel comfortable, as much as you'd like to share. I think my subscribers would love to know.
Yeah, so to do that, a little bit more background about me.
Okay.
I grew up going to summer camp, both day camp and resident camp, and then during college I started working at summer camp, and that love kind of spurred off into a career with outdoor education, teaching, facilitating youth programming. And I've been working at summer camps off and on the past 11 years or so. And then during school, finding youth outdoor programming to work at part-time. And it just kind of went from there. And my that camp taught me so many skills, as camp does: leadership, confidence, the knowledge that you can do amazing things. And I want to do the same for my campers.
And right now you're working at a summer camp, aren't you? And that's why you're here at your grandmother's house
I am.
this summer?
So I made it up to the director position. My first year as that high admin role, and I love it a lot.
That's great. All right. So how does this tie into your book?
So I knew I wanted to do my thesis about camp because they say write what you know. So kids and camp. That's what I know. So the book is actually about camp. Kind of the difference camp makes in the main character's life, coming from a not so great home life and then discovering the magic of a camp. It goes through a couple of summers and ages. As the character ages, we see the growth of both the character and what camp means to her as well. And then on top of that, it's also a queer coming out story too. So as both camp staff and campers know, so many things happening at camp, and young adult love and relationships blooming. So it's just kind of the protagonist figuring out herself, figuring out who she is, and just experiencing all of that. So I think what makes my book particularly special is that not much has been written about camp, queer camp life. So a lot has been written about young adult coming of age and finding that identity, and a lot has been written about summer camp. But having those two things come combined.
Uh-huh.
When I was doing my research for my thesis, I had to like find pieces that were similar to my idea, and as I mentioned, I found one or the other, but not both, and so just adding those all together and kind of how they mesh. And basically, I wrote the book that I needed as a young camper or staff. I'm hoping to do the same for those who would enjoy it.
So, do you mind if I ask what the title is?
Sure. So the working title, hopefully the Under the Willow Tree.
Under the Willow Tree.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why Willow Tree?
I just something about the magic of willow trees. I'm sure Pocahontas has something to do with it. Grandmother Willow.
Okay.
And then I don't know. Because willow trees just seem magical, and that was the what I wanted to focus on.
And are you going to self-publish this, or are you looking for a publisher now?
I'm currently in the stages, editing stages. After written, then editing, then I'm gonna go the traditional publishing route, send it off to publishing companies and editors and agents, and hopefully go that route.
Wow, that is fascinating. I'm so happy for you that you found a nice path in life that you are passionate about, and I'm sure your book will be so worthwhile to so many people.
I hope so.